Hey guys, it's Pope. I'm bringing the intro back for now at least because I cannot figure out what to say to open these videos without that line. It's like a comfort thing almost to like get me in my element for filming. So it's back for now. If you are in the weightlifting community or compete in the sport of weightlifting, unless you have been living under a rock for the last week, you've obviously heard about the new weight classes that have been released by the IWF. USA Weightlifting is implementing these weight classes right away. I read that even at local competitions, you can start using these new weight classes if you want, I believe starting now at the end of July. And for the AO3 in Vegas is when we are going to start using them at major competitions, which is really exciting. I know a lot of people were kind of griping and complaining about so much change, radical change, and I honestly feel, although the cards did fall in my favor, I would have felt this way either way, that it's just really cool to be a part of a sport during such a pivotal change in the timeline of the sport of itself from start to finish. This is a huge time of change. The last time the weight classes were different was 1998. So 20 years later, I happen to be competing at the top level of the sport in America, and I feel that's really cool. If I had been at the peak of my career like 5 years ago, I wouldn't be a part of this big change, and I just think it's awesome to be involved in the sport at nearing the peak of my career during this time. I think it's really cool to get to switch weight classes in the middle of that. I'm going to overlay the new classes here and you can take a look at them if you haven't seen them yet. The biggest reason this is happening is because of the new testing technologies for anti-doping. So many people had gotten popped from previous Olympic Games in the sport of weightlifting. Obviously it's happening in all sports really, or majority of the Olympic sports, but weightlifting has a high concentration, so we're being kind of targeted. The Olympic Committee to the IWF is like, you gotta do something about this. So the Olympic weight classes needed to be changed so that the old dirty records could kind of be wiped clean and we can start over and move forward as an Olympic sport with the new testing technologies. So one of the things that had to happen at the Olympic level was to change the weight classes to start new records that are going to be set with the increase in technology as time has gone by. It's just like the increase in technology in every area of the world. The testing technologies have also improved, so now we're going to have new records that have been set with the current level of technology, if that makes sense. A major change that's happening with these weight classes now, though, is the Olympic weight classes are a bit different than the standard weight classes now. They're the same numbers, but not all of the categories are available in the Olympics. And that's because we're only allowed to compete in 7 categories at the Olympics, and that's decided by something bigger than the IWF. That is the Olympic Committee and the USOC deciding how much of the Olympics can be dedicated to weightlifting, basically, or that's my understanding of it at least. I know a big area of concern for the Olympic weight classes were those 69s that were kind of dominating and looking forward to competing in the Olympics, hopefully, especially someone like Maddie Rogers, who I think I saw her post, she's going to try to fill out that 76. And I think the former 85 males, I think, also have that big jump to deal with now. So there's going to be some shifting around, but all in all, I think everyone will kind of find their new place. And my biggest advice to you guys, if you're not at a competitive level at the top of your weight class yet, do not go drop a whole bunch of weight to fit into a new body weight category. There is no rule that says you have to fill out the weight class. And say you were a 69 and now need to be a 71. There's no rule saying you have to train at 72 and cut to 71. You can be a light 71. You can slowly grow into your weight class. You do not have to drop down to the 64s just because you weigh 68. You can gain muscle slowly over time, and you do not have to be at the top of the class. If anything, all that does is make your weigh-in stress-free, which is an awesome thing. Don't look at being in the middle of a weight class as a negative thing. That's my biggest advice to everyone out there, especially if you're newer to weightlifting. If you've only been competing a year or two, don't worry about going and losing 10 pounds to fit into these new weight classes. Take my advice for what it is, but after coaching athletes for the last 4 years, please take away that message from this video. I do have space on my own coaching roster right now, so if you need a nutrition coach to help you figure out which weight class is best for you and try to maybe cut a little bit of weight, if you're only talking a few pounds or a couple kilos to drop down to this new class you think you could be more competitive in, or you want some help trying to build muscle over the next, say, year or so, or whatever it is your goals are, I do have space right now if you're looking for a coach, and I can help you make smart decisions with these new weight classes. All of my coaching information can be found on my website, and I will link all of that in the description. And you can also check out my business account on Instagram and see a lot of my other clients and what they're working on, what they've accomplished at Barbells and Bows Squad. As for myself, personally, I got very lucky. I wished and hoped for and pleaded with the weightlifting gods for a 64 kilo weight class, and I got it. So I'm officially a 64. I naturally kind of gravitate right towards 64. That's what I've been training at for the last year and a half, 2 years. Sometimes I get like 65, 66 in my highest volume when I'm dealing with a lot of muscle soreness and holding a bunch of water. But 64 is gonna be super easy for me to make and just take that last kilo of cutting stress away on meet day. So no more sweating for me. I couldn't be happier about my new class. I literally just got lucky and got exactly what I wanted. I know there were some other people, like some new, what will be 55s that were really excited. I know some 59s are excited. They got an extra kilo from the 58 weight class. It's just exciting. It's going to be really exciting to see everybody in these new classes and see people moving around too. Even some of the top lifters, I think, are going to start shifting around from where they were before to find their new most competitive spot. And I think it's going to be an exciting upcoming year of change in weightlifting. I'm really looking forward to this Vegas meet and seeing it all kind of unfold for the first time. Today for training, I have a technique day. I'm training 6 days a week now, and one of the days is totally a technique work day, and it's followed by my heaviest day. So today is really a day for me to hone in on my form and really think about the cues that I want to apply tomorrow on my heavier singles. So today I'll be doing some light triples on the snatch and some complex and drills for the clean and jerk, and I'm gonna show you guys that workout now. These split Pop-Tarts are so bomb. This one's like raspberry cheesecake and cupcake, I think. They're so good. enjoyed this video, leave me a comment and let me know if you are excited about your new weight class or not.